If I lose you to one of the boys online.
Alright, so before we get into the video, again, you know already, promoting this hair store. This is like, what, week 2? The week the hair's good. I've washed it and everything and reapplied it. I've done it myself. I'm not the best hairdresser, but the hair is good. It actually is. It's shredding still, but like I said, if you want cheap hair, go to Annabell. If you want cheap hair, Annabell. Off of my friend's business called Beauty. I'm so excited. She's starting her own business. I'm so excited. I do want to start my own business, but I'm too lazy to do that. I'll be honest. I'd rather just sit and do the videos. Let's just deal with the videos first. Get them out the way. Holler at me if you want some clips, because my girl, she got loads. She got balls, bitch, money. But this is you know I have to do this, guys. You know I have to do this. It's YouTube. I gotta get paid. I got things I want to do. But yep, so the hair is still bubbly, doing what it does best. Thank you so much. Now let's get on to my video. It's a very emotional video, so make sure you got your tissues, bitches. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yay, Izzy Reels in the blood class. I'm joking. So in today's story time, I'm talking about the relationship I have with my mother and how it has affected me, and yeah, and what it's like now, should I say, because it's like, you know, I just want to touch on it because some people must think, why do I act the way I act? Why am I the way I am? But I have valid reasons, and obviously I might need to see a therapist or something, or someone, whatever, but I understand why I'm the way I am because obviously my mum. And I just want to talk a little bit about our relationship and what really happened between us, and just, yeah, etc., you know. But I'm just gonna go into, like, you know, just talk about it a little bit. And I also want to tell another story time, which is probably going to be the end of this video, going on to another video about a young lady that I met online. But first, let me just talk about my mother and where we are today. So me and my mum, we have a relationship which used to be very toxic. I used to hate her. I couldn't stand her. Like, I used to actually think, why couldn't someone else be my mum? Like, I actually used to think that. So growing up with my mother, it was very hard because it was just me and her. It was me and her, and my little brother came, and then, you know, my little brother went to America and lived there. So it was just me and my mum. And the things I remember about me and my mum is that we used to argue and fight. I just felt like, I don't know, like, you know, when you're growing up in an African home, yeah, obviously times are hard, I get it, but like, my mum never used to give me nothing. Like, she will cook food in the house, that's it. And when I was in primary school, I would say that I got more pocket money than I did when I got to secondary school, which didn't make any sense, but, you know, Africans are backwards more time. So I used to, you know, go to school and my clothes would be rubbish. And bear in mind, yeah, I used to get bullied. In primary school, I got bullied. Yeah, bullied. I got bullied, one, I think, because I was just African. They just didn't like me. And I used to be like, why am I like this? And my mom wasn't someone that you can, you know, when something's troubling you, you can sit down and say, let me just go and talk. Let me tell my mom what's going on in school. That wasn't my mom. I couldn't do that at all. So, but obviously being a kid, when the kids would be like, oh, we don't like you, and cuss me for being African and all these things, I used to literally just cry in school, hold it in, and literally just go home and act like nothing happened, which is unhealthy. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm so strong. I'm so like, now. Because I'll be honest, when I got to secondary school, straight away, didn't give a shit. I had the attitude of, yeah, what you want? What are you saying? I was ready to fight everyone, because I was thinking to myself, I've had enough of people picking on me. I have a nice heart. I'm genuinely a nice person. I'm funny. I'm actually cool around to be around. I love a good laugh. And obviously when I'm upset and things upset me, I have a mouth, and I feel like that's normal, you know? So like, me and my mum, I'll say, when we think of the most memorable time of when me and my mum like had a big falling out. Okay, so I remember, I can't remember what year it was, but this is when my mum shipped me to Sierra Leone, and I was telling you like when I got shipped and etc. But coming back from Sierra Leone, I'll be honest with you, that relationship with me and my mum, I hated her. I hated her so much. Like, I hated her so much. I was thinking, nah. I used to actually look at my aunt, yeah, the one that my auntie that I'm always like, I used to stay with just recently. I used to think, why can't you be my mum? Why did God leave me with this? I used to think my mum was a devil. You're just horrible. Like, I've had that, not the worst upbringing, but it was just unfair because I didn't deserve it. Like, there'll be times where me and my mum would fall out just before Christmas. My mum would just leave me in the house and I'll be by myself on Christmas Day. And I tell her, when I try to talk to my mum about this stuff, my mum will be like, so African. She'll give me like silent treatment, won't talk to me. So it used to just make me just resent her till when I came back from Sierra Leone. This was after I came back from Sierra Leone, you know, my mum, yeah, this all, me going to Sierra Leone and coming back, my mum leaving at Christmas, this was all after I came back. So this is after I got malaria, came back to England and etc. So me and my mum, yeah, I just hated her for long. I never really talked to her about anything. My mum used to gossip me. I don't know about everyone else, but Sierra Leone parents, they will sit and gossip you right in front of you. For what reason, we do not know. Like, bro. So, I started going out. I started doing illegal things, holding things for boys, and etc. Because I needed money, and like my mum wasn't giving me no money. I'd have to go into her bag to steal money. I'd have to go to the shop and like go to the food, clothes shop and steal clothes. Like me in my bedrooms. Why? Why did I have to go and do all of that? Where like my mum wouldn't even give me like the basic of like, you know, everyone gets child benefit. Your simple £20. Like my mum wouldn't give me. And I just used to just be like, I can't do this anymore. So one day, me and my mum got into an argument in the night time. The house was cold. I wanted a heater. She had two in her room. She wouldn't give me one. And I can't sleep unless I'm warm. Like, I genuinely cannot sleep. So I just got angry and me and her fell out and I left the house that day. And I was 16 and I never, ever, ever, ever went back to my mum's house ever again to live. Never. Not even staying that. Never. So, big up my friend though, you know who you are, that put me up. I was up with her for like maybe a month. Then the council helped me and I ended up moving and etc. getting my own place. And then that's when I got pregnant and had a baby at 17 years old. But the relationship I had with my mum, I would say it didn't change because me and my mum stopped talking. Even when I went to prison, I wasn't talking to her. She came and visited me. And like when I think about it, when my mum, like when she, bear in mind, I don't cry about this anymore because I just feel like I'm better. I do get a bit teary. I do get a bit like emotional when I think about it, but I can't cry today because a girl's going out, you know? I'm going out today and I can't have no streaks of tears running through my eyes. But yeah, so me and my mum, we never used to talk. So everyone that's Sierra Leonean or anything, or even from a culture, yeah, when I got arrested, instead of my mum coming back to England, because she was in Africa at the time, yeah, instead of her coming back to England to come and support me, like my aunt was here, my aunt was the first to do everything, she was just on me, and I just love her to death for that. My mum just was in Africa for like 6-7 months, didn't come back, she's making up stories, doing what she does best anyway. But like, when it was when she did come back, she said that when she was in Africa, she put swear on me. She said that I deserve what's happening to me because I don't listen. I swear to you, yeah. Swear means like put a curse on you. I used to think, I actually looked at her and in jail, this is when I'm in Holloway, I sat there and I said, when are you going? Like, no disrespect to the people that's lost their mums because I'll be honest, your bravery, I commend all of you that are strong out there, that's riding, like not having the person that you love the most. But my mum, I was actually sitting there thinking, no, you need to go now. It's time. You can't. You gave birth to me and you're swearing me. And anyone from a Sierra background knows that swear is the worst thing you could do. Send to your child. Like, why are you swearing me? But yeah. So I just, yeah. From then I was done. So I think I spoke to my mum for like a year after that. And then my mum was just rubbish. Like, she won't come and visit me when I was in prison. She probably came twice the whole time I was in there. My mum came twice. She didn't make an effort with me. And then I just stopped hollering at her. So when I came out of jail, obviously I've gone to my aunt's house and whatever. I'm okay, I'm living. Then I've got all these aunties and everyone begging me, oh, I should talk to your mum. She's getting old and all this, etc. and all these things. And I just sit there and I think to myself, how am I supposed to forgive this woman? And I get it. I actually understand that, you know, you only have one mum in this whole world. You have one mum. But it's like, if you know that as a mother, that you only have one mum, why be so horrible and not supportive to your daughter? Get what I mean? Why not be supportive and be there for your daughter? Like, it just never used to make sense to me, to be real and honest with you guys. And it's like, I put blame on her on why I went to prison, because I feel like she wasn't the type of mother that would encourage me to do my homework. She wasn't the type of mother that you know, pushed me to do anything. She didn't really support me in anything that I wanted to do. And it was just like, she just let me I was able to leave the house when I wanted. And I feel like that's bad. It's so bad. But like, I just want, right now we're better. I'll be real. Me and my mum, we're better. We're good. Like, we're good now. Sometimes she gets on my nerves. I'll be honest, because I'm not so used to being so close to my mum. I don't call her every day. And it's just, I don't call her every day. When she called, message me, I'll sometimes take a day or two to reply. Only because I'm not used to being close to my mum. And I know now that my mum is trying. Now, my mum supports me now with my YouTube. That she knows I'm doing this video. And it's like, it took me a long time, a very long time, I'll be honest, to forgive my mom. I haven't forgotten, clearly, why I'm still talking about it. Wait, we gotta stop for 2 seconds because this is getting too emotional and I'm going out. It took me a long time to forgive her, and I have. Only because it's like, if I have daughters in the future, I don't want, I know the kind of parent I am now to my son, but I know the kind of parent I will be to my daughter one day. If I have a daughter, I know that I will be very supportive of her. I'll be very on her, like encouraging her to. Okay guys, I had to cut that story short because I have to stop talking about it because it's just really hard. But yeah, my mum wasn't good then, but that's when I was just like, and this is, I've only been out for 6 months, so yeah, I can't, let me just forget about that subject for now. That's another story time. But I just know that in my life I've had it quite hard. So it's like, now that I've come out, me and my mum's relationship is better now. I am now trying to make better of my life, do things, etc. and, you know, just better myself. And like, my one advice is like, you young girls, because I know I can't be the only person in the world that's gone through the stuff that I've gone through with my mum. It's too long. That we would have to do like 5, part 6, part 7, because it's a lot. But I do want to say that girls that are going through it with your mum, yeah, you're just gonna have to just, I don't even know what to say, because, you know, like, we come from an African background and it's hard to disrespect, you know, because like, you disrespect her one time, you're never going to hear the end of it, you know. So it's like, you just have to just literally persevere and be patient and, you know, try your hardest not to do things that will irritate them. If you're going through a hard relationship with your mum, I would always say talk to someone. Message me if you want to, because do whatever, because you need to talk to someone, because there's always a way to work it. If there's anything anyone can do to help you, make them help you, even if it's for you to sit down with a therapist, with you and your mum, and have a conversation. Because I do believe in my hearts of hearts, me and my mum, we need to go to therapy, because things like me talking about it, more time I don't cry, but now today I'm emotional about it. So it's depending on my mood. So obviously there's things I'm still harbouring. I'm still like, you know, oh, it hurts, you know. So I just want you girls, like, if you're going through it with your mum, like, try your hardest just to talk to someone about it and be strong and try not to fight back so much, because you would be heartbroken and, you know, like me, and I don't want anyone to be like me at all. I want you girls to try and just, you know, be in love with yourself, because I never was in love with myself until maybe 2019. Yeah, 19 is when I've fallen in love with myself. So, and I'm 26 years old, and it took me so long to get here, and I'm finally here. So I'm happy. Please, young ladies, if you're going for your mum, talk to someone. Sit your mum down, have a conversation with her, tell her how you feel. Even if it's one of those parents that's hard of hearing, talk to an auntie that can talk to them. You know, don't always fight. Don't rush to leave like I did, because I'm telling you, lot need to save money so you can stay in your house and have good credit. But and don't let your parents use you. There's a lot of parents out here that are using their children for their money, making them work so that they can, oh, I need money for the rent. These times the government's probably paying the rent and your mum is chopping money off of you. That's wrong. Because it's not giving the opportunity to save and do what you need to do. Because you have to leave the nest. So what's going to happen? You leave the nest with no money because your parents are sucking you dry. Like, no. Don't be those people. And for the people that are lucky, that have a mother that they adore, that's their best friends, that they're around, listen, you lot are lucky. And I swear to you, I promise myself, when I have a daughter, I'm going to be all on her. I'm going to be on her. I'm going to learn from my mum's mistakes. I'm not going to be like my mum and let my mum just leave me and etc. I'm going to be better. So the girls that are really close with your mums, congratulations. The ones that are just rude to your mum for no reason and you're just having an attitude problem, you really need to fix up, because God don't like ugly. He really don't. So fix yourselves up. But yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to leave it as that for a bit emotional one. Sorry guys, but you know, I've always got more story time. I'm going to come back again next week. Again, more video, bombard you lot. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like and subscribe. Please remain to be strong, humble, and love yourself. Yeah, love yourself. I'm getting rounder and rounder every day, but let me tell you something, bitch. You can fuck with me.
If I lose you to one of the boys online.